Hi, welcome back. I'm Denis Saripov, one of coordinators of JavaScript front-end course for English speakers, and today we will discuss the second week of our course. So let me share. Hmm. All right. So today's week we have introduction to Git version control system. We have introduction to Markdown, HTML basics, and questions that you have for the next week. Um, and we can discuss later the task for Markdown. So let's discuss firstly JIT. We have JIT model. In general, we need to learn JIT just because JIT is important for every task and every week, and you would use as a software engineer it a lot of times, and it's impossible to make software without JIT, and it's impossible to proceed with this course without JIT knowledge. So, and this week you have to learn what is JIT, you have education materials, and if something unclear for you, you can learn it in optional materials. And for this week, you have a test related to JIT, um, and you need to complete it within this week, and the last day is Sunday. So let's discuss the next model on this week. Next model here is Introduction to the Markdown. Markdown is a markup language, and in general, you need to learn it just because every documentation in this course, or usually in software engineering work, is written by Markdown, and you need to learn it to learn how to tune some documentation or create yours. So in this model, you'll learn how to write Markdown, how to change something in some existing documentations. And as before, you have optional materials if something is unclear. By this model, you'll have a task to create your CV, but we can discuss it later. And the deadline is also Sunday. And let's discuss the third model is HTML basics. This model is about HTML, and you will learn in advance just HTML basics because it's important for front-end engineer to know HTML, and it's important to learn it before the next week just because you would do it on the next week a lot and use HTML a lot. As I said, HTML is used to create web pages, what you see on the internet, and it's important for software engineers that learn front-end development how to use HTML. So you have education materials here also and optional materials with our lectures in our school on English. You would have test. Deadline is also at Sunday about HTML basics. So this is the third model. Yeah, and let's discuss our task. We'll have also the task. You need to create your CV. It's a document about your previous experience. It can be education, it can be some hackathons or your working experience. And you would use Markdown to create your CV. You can also learn this about this task and about CV here in this document from our course and what you need to do here. The deadline is also Sunday, so you need to submit your CV before the end of the Sunday, and then you need to complete the cross-check. So other students can check your CV and just say what they think about it. And it's important to submit this CV, as I said, before the end of Sunday, just because if another student cannot to reach your CV, so you got 0 points. I think that's all what we have for our week. If you have some questions, we can discuss it now. And Also, I can invite some other coordinators to answer on your questions. Hi, everyone.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Can you please fix your microphone? Is my microphone okay?
For me it's pretty okay. That's I don't know. Perhaps we need some more details, or it's issue only for one person, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Uh-huh. Um, yeah.
Let's start from the question from dear. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we have the first question. Sorry, I'm late. For what us needs we now? I think this question for the main coordinator, Anna.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's a possibility to create, let's say, the template where you will add your tasks. In case you're proud of the result, you definitely should add to the CV. In case you are not sure that the task is cool, you may not add it, but currently it's more about apply knowledge related to Markdown and related to working with a Git and possibility to make your first step in JavaScript.
Yeah, and I can add also, if you have a CV, you think more about projects that you've done and work experience that you want to have, just because you can add it into your CV and you think differently about what you do.
And one more thing I can add is that even if you don't have experience in IT, or you may have some other experience which would be relevant for your next recruiters or your next company. Like, for example, I was a career changer, and I put my previous career, previous experience in that CV as well. Or at least you have some education, and you can add that also to your CV.
Mhm. Yeah. We have different questions. Um, hmm. We have question from Ilona. In cross checks, shall we submit the link to the main branch or the link to its deployment in GitHub page? I think here you need to submit the link to the main branch without any deployment. Am I right?
Not this time. 99% you will share the deployment link for cross check because other student will check, let's say, UI part of your task. But when you will get a mentor, you will share the branch link with the mentor, that the mentor will be able to check your code and give you some advices how to improve this code.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hope we answered the question. Yeah, and I need to add that you need to make only the first part of the task. You need to work with Markdown and Git. So you don't need to work with HTML in your CV now. It's for the next weeks. Mhm. Okay. Uh-huh. And another question here: if I make some updates in the CV, shall I make another PR? I think the task only for the first week. If you update the CV, you can update your PR. But if it's already passed through cross check, it's not needed to update your PR and stand. Mhm. Uh-huh. Yeah, we have question about Russian course. Is there a difference in content between English documents and Russian documents? Maybe someone can answer this. for me, we discussed it, I think, on the previous stream. There is some differences, but you don't need to check Russian documents to complete the task from English course. And another question, can you show some examples how should CV look like?
I've posted the message with the link, and at the end of this page, you will find several links with examples.
All right. Another comment, a few things are missing on the docs which are in English compared to Russian. Kindly update.
Yeah, guys, we have differences because it's a huge work to translate all documentation into English, and unfortunately, we miss the deadline, and we try to do our best to finish translating, but sorry, currently, have a differences, but we try to fix it as soon as it's possible.
Yeah, but I think we have enough information to complete the tasks, and you don't need to check Russian course, as I said. And we have another question. Does it count as cheating if I copy the question to review them later?
You shouldn't share this information with us. It's not cheating while nobody knows.
Yeah. Are the lessons gonna be every week Monday? Yeah, we need to say it again here. We don't have lessons. We have a lot of education materials, and these origin educational materials are fully, and it's enough to complete the task. But every week we have streams where we answer your questions and introduce the next week. So yeah, every Monday we are streaming, but yeah, you can find in GitHub repository your education materials, and maybe sometimes there would be lessons in the future. We have another question. I haven't done the test yet. Can you talk a bit about it? Do you have timer? Is the questions multiple choices? And please explain about getting some weight or something like that I heard in the group. Some coefficient. Maybe Natalia or Anna can answer this.
This question looks like a cheating.
Oh, is it about the first week? Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
And we postponed the deadline for those tests till next Monday or next Saturday, as far as I remember. Sunday, sorry. Yeah, so you still have some time to proceed with the tests, and you have 2 attempts, and the maximum you can get is 100% multiplying by the coefficient. And this coefficient matters only on the total score of the course itself and your rank in the group.
So remember, we have some fees if someone just missed the deadline, and maybe the question is about it.
So you have some more time to finish. The first week, of course, but it's not for the rest of the tasks. So be strict to the deadlines.
All right. And we have, I hope we answered the question. We have different one. I'm the third year computer science student. I have never encountered such a complicated education system before. There's a lot to learn, time is limited, and it looks like I'll be mostly self-studying. Yeah, you're right. And this is good, I think, because you work with original documentations and you're working with the documentations so mostly software engineers use and read. And it's important to self-study during this course. So yeah, you're right.
Let's imagine some project. You are a developer on this project, and you got the task that you should learn some library, let's say, or framework or something else, and to implement the solution using this library. And nobody will gonna to help you because it's your own task and it's your own responsibility to learn it and implement. So currently we try to create the conditions where you will learn something by yourself that should help you to understand what way of learning is the most useful for you. And when you became the developer, you will learn how to learn something new, how to apply this knowledge, and how to do it effectively. That's why this course is almost self-studying.
Yeah, and the pros here is that we have a roadmap of models that you need to learn, the order of learning these models, and we have a plan for 15 weeks and 30 weeks. So you have to go through this plan and just complete the task. And at the end, you can become a front-end developer and you can do some beautiful things.
And don't worry if you are out of time and like this course, you can still do self-study without deadlines, and you can prepare for the next round of this course. We have a lot of students who study not with the first attempt, so don't worry, just take your time, and it's better to dive deeper into learning, into studying, learning the material, learning the basics on a top level, rather than cover it just for finishing the test, for complete the test. It doesn't make sense for you as a developer, the future developer.
Mhm. Yeah, it's an important skill to self-study everything. All right, so we have different question about CV tasks. But if we share the link to the deployed CV, how students can review and evaluate pull requests that give us 50% of evaluation? Maybe Anna, can you answer this?
Guys, could you please check the CV task? And here we have the strict evaluation criteria, and I hope each student will go through these criteria. And there are no information that someone should check your pull request. Currently, the CV task will check only but by UI. So, your other students should see only the result in the browser. In case you should share the pull request, this information will be in the task.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Anna. Uh-huh. Mm. Will the layout of the CV be dictated, or should we define the format ourselves? Mm. As I remember, we don't have dictated layout of CV. Yeah, you just use your imagination and creativity and create your CV that finds for you.
Yeah, but the layout in not so kind of possible within Markdown language. So you are limited with Markdown limitations.
Yeah.
But later with HTML and CSS on your CV task, like later stage of the task, then yeah, you can choose the layout you prefer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Natalia. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. We have another question about English course and Russian course, and can students switch between them? We covered it on the previous stream. Should we answer it again here? I don't know what you think.
I guess it's a question from Lina. Can I
Yeah.
stay in English if I'm from Ukraine because I don't know Russian language? Frankly speaking, I'm not sure that Ukrainian people don't understand Russian language, but it's just my opinion. Sorry if I'm wrong. In case, sure, you can proceed learning in English course, but in case we will have some opportunities in Ukrainian, I will not know about it. So I wouldn't be able to share these opportunities with you. So this course will help you only just with the knowledge, no more.
Hmm?
Or maybe later on the stage 2, we will have mentors from Ukraine or working for Ukraine companies, which can suggest you to the course. That is possible, but not guaranteed because we don't have
Yeah.
a list of mentors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we discussed a little bit it on the previous stream. You can check it also. There were a lot of questions about switching between courses. How we can create our CV? Are we need to use JS or else a programming language? On this week, you need to use Markdown, and that's all. So just create your CV in Markdown and Git. And then on the next weeks, you'll do that using HTML, CSS, and maybe JavaScript if you want and can. Yeah, we didn't answer it fully. Does the exam has timer that I have to finish it earlier than that? And what type of question is it? Is it multiple choices or I should write? I think the question is about the format of the test. I think, is it just one choice, 10 questions, or is there any timer? What time we have? Maybe someone can answer this. Natalia?
Maybe I can try. There is a test. There are more than 10 questions, and sometimes it can be only one choice. Sometimes it can be a multiple choice.
But is it limited by time? Like you need to finish it within 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
I believe no.
Yes, very amount.
All right. Hope we answered this question this time. And we have another one, I think. What is the purpose of the private repository on GitHub Rolling Scope School? I think it's a question for you, Andrei. It's about this. I think it's about this repository that students upload in RS app.
Yes, I think it's about a repository provided by RS School. The purpose of this approach is to avoid cheating from student side.
Yeah, we try to care about you and prevent you even about the thing to look at the solution of other students.
Mm-hmm. All right. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Um, mhm. I'm not sure is it questions or no, but Ilona wants more about the criteria for the CV. Criteria plus 50 points if the requirements for the task are met, plus 50 points if repository, commit, and PR requirements are met. I think, yeah, it's right. Mhm. We have another question. Was the course in Russian originally? Yeah, the Russian course is more popular, and originally, as I remember, originally this course was on Russian language, but yeah, we have the similar course for English speakers, and you can complete it separately without thinking about Russian course. But yeah, the Russian course is more popular, and originally this course was Russian. Mhm.
One moment, please.
Mhm.
Let's back to the question related to criteria plus 50 points.
Mhm.
Pay attention that this task will check by two ways. First of all, it's auto test that will check your pull requests and commits requirements. So, firstly, you should submit your task as auto test, and the second way, you will submit this task for cross check. In case for cross check, you will share the deployment link. In case you submit to auto test, you will submit the pull request. I guess the question was about it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it question? I don't know. Maybe it sounds for someone else.
Yeah, just read carefully the task description and how to submit, what to submit, and where to submit. That would be clear. If it's still not clear, then ask in the chat, and Discord or Telegram.
Uh-huh. And Lena wants to discuss more about switching to Russian course. I remember what you said, but the mentor later wrote in the chat that if I don't switch to the Russian course, I may be disqualified.
Yeah, you may be. I don't know. Perhaps you are going to fail a lot of tasks. Why not? But yeah, let's make this question as clear as it possible. You may proceed learning in English, but in case at stage 2 we will have not enough mentors, the priority will be at the student who don't have possibility to learn in Russian. For instance, we have two students, one from Germany and one from Ukraine, and only one mentor. That's in this case, I will choose the student from Germany because definitely he or she is not able to learn a Russian course. But I'm not sure that it's disqualified, but it's not fair enough for people who can visit the Russian language course. That's why we try to help you and switch to Russian course as soon as possible to do not miss deadlines at it.
But of course, we are pre-selecting mentors based on the ranking system. So if you are on the top, then probably that choice wouldn't be the case, right? No.
Yeah, I think we need to create some document to make it more clear about these questions to switching from the courses. Yeah, and I hope we answered the question now. And we have another question here. Requirement for task CV Markdown, create public repository named RESCool on your GitHub account. Does it mean I should use personal account or a private RESCool? It means that you need to use, I think, your personal account that you use usually, but create your private repository. No one can see it, only you or maybe few people with which you shared your repository, and then submit it into RS app.
So basically, all your work within a RESCool should be done within a RESCool private repository. That is clear.
But only this task you should do in your personal GitHub account. But the next task only in private repository from RSchool.
Yeah, thank you. And we have another question. After stage 1, will be exam to go to the next stage, or you'll choose students with high scores? Maybe Anna can answer this.
Sure. After the stage 1, you will pass the interview with a possible future mentor. So it's not an exam, but it's a possibility to train your interview skill.
And of course, if you just cheating and on top of the ranking system, you probably can't proceed with the interviews, and that might be a question to disqualification.
So any students that finish stage 1 can go to stage 2. Yep, right? All right. And Olga has a question. In schedule is available CV Markdown cross-check, submit, and deadline 11th of November, but in autotest is not available any tests to CV Markdown.
Thank you for notice. We'll check, and if I'm added the task wrong way, I will fix it and let you know.
All right. And seems that we answered all the questions. Maybe you have some. Yeah, another question about criteria. Look into the task description. It's exactly about evaluation of pull request. Perhaps the description is outdated.
As I mentioned before, is about auto test.
Sorry, we lost Anna.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're back now.
Should I repeat the last?
Yes. Yes.
As I mentioned before, this criteria is about evaluating the task by auto tests.
All right. So seems that yeah, it seems that we don't have any questions here. More, maybe someone can ask something else. And maybe some coordinators can find some question that we have in the chat that we didn't cover it yet.
Seems We covered everything. I'm not going to comment related to loser because I guess that loser is that person who do nothing. So that case, if you at least try to pass test and get 1 point, that you're not a loser.
Yeah, if you start,
I
you're
wish.
already a good person.
Yeah. By the way, I wish you good luck and have a good week. In case you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the Discord or in the Telegram, and we will try to answer.
Mhm. So good luck for everyone. So thank you for watching this stream. So we'll see each other on the next week at Monday. If you have questions, as we mentioned before, Telegram, Discord, and bye.
See you
Bye-bye.
next time.
See you. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.